and welcome to the first lesson of the weekly English course. Today we're going to learn how to ask for directions and how to give them. The first thing to do for this lesson is to imagine to be in a city that we don't know, or we have to go to a place that we don't know how to reach. So I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Okay, so I imagine to be in London and I want to visit the British Museum. But how do I get there? If we are in the streets and we want to ask someone for directions, we can use this kind of sentences. How do I get there? Or, excuse me, where is the British Museum? Or, what's the best way to get to the British Museum? Or, how far is the British Museum from here? As you can see, here we have the WH questions. Here we have WH words, so we structure sentences with the WH questions typology. In this way, people will answer giving directions. We can have different kinds of directions. For example, go straight ahead, turn back or go back, turn left, turn right, or cross. Or again, it's on the corner. Or take the first, the second on the left or on the right. Okay, so let's try and see what can happen in the streets if I ask someone for directions and they give them to me. Okay, so I'm in London and I want to go to the British Museum. So, hello, excuse me, how do I get to the British Museum? And the people will answer me, okay, so you have to go straight ahead or turn left, turn right, cross the street, take the first on the left, and so on. This is an example of what can happen in the streets and how we can ask for directions and how they will give them to us. When giving directions, people can be very specific and they will use prepositions of place to let you get to the place you want to reach. For example, in front of, behind, between, next to, near, on, and under. Now, let's imagine that we are in Naples and we want to go to some places. How do we get to those places? Now that we are in Naples, you will listen to someone asking for directions to me and I will answer.
Excuse me, how do I get to Castel dell'Ovo?
It's in front of you.
Excuse me, how do I get to Piazza del Plebiscito?
It's behind you.
Excuse me, how do I get to Maschio-Angioino?
It's between San Carlo Theatre and Municipio Square.
Excuse me, how do I get to San Gregorio Armeno?
It's near the Cathedral of Naples. Now that you know how to give directions and how to ask for them, you can enjoy your future trips all around Europe. Thank you for watching and see you in the last lesson of Weekly English course.